This is Alan Wallace with Local Republic TV, and today we have with us Dr. Jeremy Kobler, chiropractor in the Kansas City area. Dr. Kobler, welcome to our show today.
Good morning, Seth. Glad to be here.
Today we're going to be talking about how one can find not just a good chiropractor, but the right chiropractor for them. And we had some thoughts that we talked about beforehand. Can you share some of those today, Dr. Kobler?
Of course, one of the best and easiest ways to find them is friends, family members that have been to a chiropractor previously that can recommend one for you. If you don't know anyone that has done that, the next best thing is Google. Obviously, Google's everywhere, and that's a good way you can find about anything nowadays. Look for somebody that has a lot of good referrals. 5 stars out of 5, can't beat that. Don't want to go to somebody that has had a lot of bad referrals, and maybe somebody just had a bad experience and it doesn't reflect completely what their experience should have been. So you gotta look around, kind of find out who's good for you and what you think would be a good fit for yourself.
So on top of the reviews and the online reputation, is there other things you want to look for when you're looking for that right chiropractor? Because it's not just a good one. I mean, the reputation will definitely help, but you want to make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah, you definitely want the online reputation, the reputation from friends and family. You also want to. There's just like an MD. There's many different specialties among chiropractic. Some people specifically work on athletes and sports. Some are pregnant women and pediatrics. It kind of depends on what's going on with you. There's also internists that do a lot of blood work, things like that. Work with diabetes and other internal issues that you may have. So it depends on what you have going on personally. I myself do athletes as well as pediatrics, pregnant women, things like that. You really need to know what it is you're looking for. Maybe you don't know what it is you're looking for, so you may want to call a few different offices and tell them what your issues are, and maybe they can help you walk through it and figure out who's the best fit for you to take care of the needs that you have.
Wow, that's actually amazing. I've never heard anybody, no chiropractor or any kind of a doctor, tell me that there are even different kinds of chiropractic specialists that could help my diabetes or my allergies, or if I'm pregnant. Yeah. I'm not pregnant, but
yeah, definitely make the pregnancies a lot easier for both you and the child to get regular chiropractic care all the way through it. Especially if you find someone that does acupuncture, things like that. The acupuncture really goes well with chiropractic for things like allergies, asthma, different things like that, which a lot of people aren't aware of, that one affects the other.
That's amazing. I've never had any idea. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and then turn this all around on you. And you mentioned that some of your specialties in sports and in pregnancy. What would somebody experience when they're looking for you online and they're talking to their neighbors and their family? What are they going to experience when they call the office and when they come in for a visit?
Well, if you go online and go on my website, it actually shows some of the different places I've been. Like I treat roller derby league, female roller derby league here in Kansas City, so I have the athletes. I just had a newborn baby recently, so I also treat pregnant women, and I'm very familiar with that. I do treat my son already. He's just over 2 weeks old now. So you can, we have a pretty wide array of people that we treat. When you call the office, Tavish will get all your information from you, find out if you're a cash or insurance patient. We are in network with most insurances in the city. Then get your information, find a convenient time for you to come in, kind of get some of your history so we know what we're looking at when you do come in and whether or not we can help you or not. Probably send you to the website so you can do some paperwork beforehand, so it'll speed things up in the office. You're not spending as much as your time in the office. You go in with the doctor, go over your health history, medical history, things like that, family history, and then we'll go out and do an actual physical exam, kind of narrow down where we think the pains and issues are coming from with you. And if we feel it's safe to treat that day, we will. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. It just depends on the particular case. Everybody's different. And then next time you come in, we'll go over everything that we found in the exam, and we'll set up a treatment plan with you.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty smooth process you have set up there, and that sounds like you really focus on what the needs of the patient are. That's excellent. So before we were taping, you had mentioned an idea about giving our viewers a special offer to incent them to give you a call and make an appointment, come in and experience what you were just talking about. you want to talk about that some.
Sure. For your viewers, we're going to offer a $30 initial exam. Sometimes this can be upwards, $150 to $200 if we do X-rays, depending on each patient and exactly what all you have going on with you. Some patients don't take nearly as long to get through the exams. They're cut and dry. Other patients are a little more difficult. Either way, we're going to offer the $30 initial exam to anyone out there that is listening.
Wow. So you're saying that if I have a situation where it could be $150 or $200 initial exam, you're just going to write all that off. You'll charge me the flat $30 no matter what, and all I've got to do is call your phone number?
That's right.
So you heard it here, folks. All you got to do, mention this video, call 913-789-9929. Talk to the receptionist to schedule an appointment with Dr. Kobler, and you'll get your initial exam for $30. That's it, $30. Dr. Kobler, thank you so much for that offer, and thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate your time.
All right, thank you for having me. I had a good time.
All righty, great. All right, folks, we'll see you next time.